Indiana Governor Jeff Landry just made his state the first state to require all public schools to display the Ten Commandments in classrooms. Now, this obviously raises major constitutional conflicts. And Landry claims he can't wait to be sued, adding, if you want to respect the rule of law, you've got to start from the original lawgiver, which was Moses. I actually think it's actually God is the original. But call me crazy.
Do y'all know who that is?
This is okay. And we should be very afraid of that because we're now in upside down world where you have a precedent.
You absolutely are in upside down world.
Of church and
These
state and
these
the
people don't love
separation
God.
of it. And it's one of the tenets
They
of
don't
our
love God.
society. And I don't know that it will hold.
It's
Love themselves.
constitutional. That the law, what we are going through is laws. Because they like to say, that we are a Christian nation. No, we're a nation of many religions.
Yeah.
So if you're putting
Wrong.
the Ten Commandments,
We
does that
became that.
mean we're putting the Quran in? Does that mean we're going to put in the writings of Buddha? I mean, how do you
I
not
can
do
see
it?
them going into states' rights. I think I can see that. I think I can see them saying, let each state decide.
It bothers me to no end.
Yeah.
Because I grew up and you were allowed to believe how you believed. It wasn't really stuff you discussed with other people. You had your beliefs. You had your religious thing. And if you weren't religious, nobody knew. But what I don't like, what I'm really starting to really get aggravated, and I have to watch my language, because I think being an American is a great thing.
Yeah.
We have rights here that you can't get anywhere else. But I don't understand why. You're telling me you're concerned about children learning things. One of the things that you don't seem to understand is I have the same respect for my child that I have for yours. I'm not asking you to believe what I believe. I'm not asking your kids to believe what I believe. Public school is public school. It means everybody can go to public school.
Correct.
I don't understand
Cap.
why.
Still,
if
like we
you
saying,
want your
talk about
child to
same thing.
have
We're talking about.
a religious education. Send them to a religious school.
Yeah.
That there's nothing stopping you. Get out
So
of my
that
It goes
means
right back.
you want to send. Then if you want
Twist
your
it.
kid to learn about the transgender, then you need to send them to a transgender
Transgender
school.
school.
I mean, same thing. Same thing.
It's deranged.
If it is,
thinking.
and it is a public environment, and every kid from no matter what nationality is welcome. So whatever you have for whatever your standard is for one ideology, one way of thinking, then you need to have it
for everybody.
for the same. So if that's the case, make it fair, boo. Make it fair.
Make it fair.
Make a whole school.
Make it
just
fair.
like you want them to have a whole Christian school and they go there. Okay,
You see the derangement?
that's run it.
This is the derangement.
Run
that
it.
It's okay that what we do is okay. What you do is not okay.
Run it.
pocket, get out of my body, and get out of my school. I don't understand.
And all the
I feel the
cackling
same
hens.
way. Get out of my school.
Get out the
I
school.
have a problem with religion. You know where I was a couple of days ago.
Where were
I
you?
was with
Do it in your
with
house.
Another guy who's, I listen. But I don't understand why I can't have my thought process, my child, my family, why we can't decide for ourselves. Why are you pushing this on women? Why are you pushing it on anybody? It is the thing
Power.
that is
Power.
But power over
Oh
what?
my
Over women.
gosh.
And
So-
other people.
Child.
The same.
Y'all are playing a dangerous game with this.
Man, please. Yeah.
So
Y'all about to get out of office
those
and we about
last words that she said, all of that last little phrase she said can truly apply to
So
the
contrary.
pushing and ideology of teaching transgender
So contrary.
and all of that
to.
in schools. That should be in your house between you and your family and your child and not in a classroom. And if it is in a classroom, then you need to make it an elective and let those parents and children pick that elective. And it should not be an elective made from where it goes towards their graduation. If you're going to have that as an elective, they need to have something else. Other students who don't care to take that needs to have another elective with just as equivalent value that's going to interest them that they want to take instead.
And if we don't put any
Don't
alterations,
play
if
me.
we don't put any buffers and continue to push back on certain things, eventually it will get to a point to where they're going to say, hey, your child can't graduate unless you take all these let me say that, I'm going to say these trans style classes and you pass all these electives relating to sexuality, you won't be able to pass. I'm telling you, that's how far this group of people and this left Democratic Party is willing to go to where your child can't go on with their education unless you ingrain in you what they want you to have. Just like just like I don't believe in the earth being millions of years and putting and forcing evolution on us when younger. And now and then as we get older, we have to unravel that, knowing who God is. But we birthed to know in school that evolution is the thing. We came from monkeys. Everybody came from monkeys.
They slide that in under science.
Yeah.
And you have to select that in college. You're just not gonna.
I'm talking about your key elementary, middle school, high school.
I mean, I want to talk that elementary,
I'm saying
middle,
elementary
high school.
and middle school.
So,
I'm saying regarding the sexuality courses, that's when they'll try to get the foundation, especially elementary school.
Well,
Don't let you graduate and go to middle school unless you pass all these kind of classes.
credits don't start till high school. The middle school credits don't carry over to high school. They don't have nothing to do with your high school diploma.
But
I don't know about how that middle school, like the middle school curriculum is. So I just want to stay focused on the things, focus on my train of thought. So what I'm saying is, whatever you want to make equal to not having religious, and you don't want to have this dealing with faith-based and God in the school. And I feel the same way about the transgender, period.
And that's no shot. That's just the truth.
It is what it is. So you want to have that separate, run it. And we're going to have that separate.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that you have parents out here who are standing up and vocalizing and not backing down for their rights for their kids. It's no double standards here. We're under the same Constitution. So you want to run that, then speak up and demand that they play the ball both ways, that they do it both ways. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
That show and the people that watch
Wow.
it, that's a twisted mindset show, man. And
But
your mindset has to be twisted to sit there and enjoy their content.
That's the limited, perverse, tainted, confused way of thinking. And that's why you have to continually think for yourself, do your research, and stand up for what you specifically believe for your household. Okay, well, if you believe you want transgender rights to be taught in the school, and if that's what your belief is, run it. And if I believe I want prayer back in the schools, or I want the 10 Commandments in the schools, I'm going to run that. I'm going to fight for that. So we both have the right to fight and stand up what we believe. We're under the same Constitution. Okay, let's go.
And why is there are certain schools like in Oklahoma and other states, then they have a satanic kids hour aftercare. So you can't tell me that if the Satanists can go ahead and put stuff in the schools and have an aftercare program in the school system, it should be a problem hanging Christ. That's the twistedness of people that have fallen from God and gone to the left.
Well,
that are anti-God. You go in, God brings you here. You serve Him. Then you switch to serve Him to I am God. And then the closer that you get away from God, the more you want everybody else to get away from God too.
So if they fought for that,
Not
I mean,
closer,
that's on them. And then hopefully those parents, well, I'm sure that those parents in that state who want an hour for their kids who don't believe in that to be subjected to the opposite.
Right.
So, I mean, that is the only, thing when it comes to the rights of individuals and freedom of speech. If you're not breaking a law and you're, standing up for whatever your religion and faith and everything is welcome and open, then that's what you still are subjected to. But if that's not what you believe, then you have to stand up for what you believe for your household.
But let's hear this is the flip side of it. So if he's putting commandments in the school, now he's going to be battling with all the other non-believers about, I should be able to put the Baphomet in the classroom, or I should be able to Worsham Goldberg. She want to put these things. People are going to fight and they're going to fight to put that in schools. Because what about the Muslims? You're gonna but I'm gonna tell you this. Even from the Muslims, I don't know how much of they'll understand, but I'm sure they will understand more than Buddhists, because Muslims still would follow Abrahamic law. So the 10 Commandments shouldn't be too much of a scratch on their arm. But if you are a non-believer, you're an atheist. Atheists are the reason why it was
taken out of school in the first place. Right. Well, I mean, what is on our dollar bill?
In God we trust.
Okay, so that's it. That's all I'm saying. I mean, why is that particular word only out of all the other religions that are out here, that one word
is power in the name of Jesus
is on the dollar bill. So that's all I'm going to say. So they're going to try to take that off the dollar bill too.
In the name
okay,
of
but anyway,
Jesus.
I'm just saying.
Break every chain. Break every chain.
I'm just saying.
That's what that means to me. The more and more you fight to push, you say, oh, no, not God. More and more, that's when we need God, whether you believe him or not.
Well,
he still
all
loves you
I'm
so.
going to say is they better hope that he never turns his back on this country.
Yeah.
Or we will be.
And that's the sucky part, too, because once he turns his back, it don't matter if you're a believer or not, his prophets or not, we still all have to deal with the wrath.
Yeah, exactly. The consequences. Then folks going to be changing their hearts just like that.
God.
But anyway, we do want them to change their hearts. But nevertheless, if you're going to be fair, be all the way fair.
All right, man. How long we been? We made it. Okay. So, y'all, 2024, be more.
Wait, before you say that.
Yeah, go ahead.
So what do you guys think? Put it in the comment section. How do you feel about that? Okay, guys. So, how do you feel about it? Put it in the comment section. So what were you going to say?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you froze like Biden?
All right, man. 2024, be more.
Talk less.
We'll see you on the next one.
Yeah.
Bye.